My name is Emilia, and first things first, guys, yes, I have started cutting my own hair. And no, it is not going according to plan, okay? No, I don't have any experience cutting hair, and yes, my mom is mad at me. So, that's great. There's just nothing to do about that, really. That just kind of is how that is now. The journey began like a few months ago when I got yet another haircut that I didn't want from a barber who didn't listen to me and just gave me whatever cut was in their heart at the moment. I have to assume. Thank you, ma'am. She's been there. And I was like, I don't want to spend another $80 to put all of my faith in another barber that's going to betray me. So I was like, screw this, man. I can give myself a terrible haircut for free. And I did. I did that. I used to have like big swoopy bangs that like covered half my face, but they, weren't quite right. So I snipped a little bit off, but that, wasn't quite right. So, just snip, snap, crackle, pop. And now I'm Joan of Arc. So it's cool. It's kind of cool how that happens, It's funny having a haircut like this, though, because everyone sees it and just immediately assumes that you did it to make a statement. And I'm just like, no, this haircut, no, it's not a statement, it's a accident. I'm not edgy, I'm just cheap as hell, Just cheap as hell. Now that we got that out of the way, I'll move into the bulk of my set here. Few weeks ago, I was sitting, waiting in my car at an intersection at a red light, not to brag, and staying humble about it, trying. And on the corner was a street preacher who was like full crazy. He had like a megaphone, the whole nine, and I couldn't hear him, and I was just like wondering, like, what is this dude saying? Like what crazy anti-gay, anti-women slop is just falling out of his face right now? So I rolled down my window, and he's going on about like, oh, humanity's days are numbered, the apocalypse is near, and I was like shocked because, reasonable. I did not expect to agree with this dude, He was making some sense. I was like, dude, I may have to pull over and snag a pamphlet, It's pretty cool living in the end of days, though, Like, it's us, guys. We're here. We're the ones, It's kind of rad. Like, people have fear-mongered about the apocalypse since for, like, ever. And it's like, here we are. Who knew there'd be so many scooters? It's fun. I did not see the apocalypse coming with so many scooters. I mean, I'll take them, don't get me wrong. I'm just a little bit surprised. But at least now we know every time we see any post-apocalyptic movie that gets made from here on out, it's like we know that it's going to need a buttload of scooters for us to take it seriously, Like it's going to need piles of scooters, broken scooters, scattered scooters, a zombie on a scooter, Scooters are the new tumbleweeds, Been that one's a thinker, and then you picture it and you're like, imagine just a scooter rolling across the street. It's funny, the apocalypse. It's funny when you think about it. Anyhow, I've been thinking a lot lately about Mount Rushmore. One guy, he's like, yes, finally, Mount Rushmore content. I've been waiting all year. No, but seriously, guys, y'all ever notice, maybe my friend has, y'all ever notice how carving statues into the sides of mountains never caught on after Mount Rushmore? It was really kind of the beginning and the end of the great mountain statue experiment. And I don't think it's because we don't love Mount Rushmore. I mean, obviously, we can't stop thinking about Mount Rushmore. I just personally think they couldn't get the sculptors to do it again. Like, just imagine being the team of sculptors that show up to Rushmore day one, then learning that they're only carving faces. Like, they must have been like, hold on. Are you telling me we brought our best dick and torso guys out here to risk their lives carving 4 American presidents into the side of a goddamn mountain and we're just doing faces? Boys, we're sculptors. Dicks and torsos are why we're in the game. You ever been to a museum? You seen all those statues that don't even have heads or arms and it's all just dick and torso? Yeah, those weren't an accident. You ever seen the statue of David? The man doesn't have pupils in his eyes, but you can bet your bottom dollar you can count every last one of his pubes. Never again, Uncle Sam. Never again. That's how that went down. I mean, I don't write history. Of course, you can't think about Mount Rushmore without thinking about Teddy Roosevelt, the one with the glasses. I personally think he's one of our most underrated presidents. Like, this is the president, Teddy Roosevelt, the man that established the national parks, guys. Like, legend. The dude's a legend. This man spent his presidency on his horse, trotting around America and just straight up looking at it, okay? And when he saw some stuff that he thought was particularly dope, he's like, let's park it. Yeah, let's park it. Let's park it right here. Yeah, let's park it over there. Let's park it, park it, park it. The dude parked over 200 million acres of land, and he nailed it with every acre, guys. Yeah, no, let's do it. One more time. Yes. Yes. Can't get enough of that, you know? He was like Michael Jordan from the free throw line with national parks. Just like Yosemite, swish. Yellowstone, swish. Grand Canyon, slam, dunk, you know? And I know what you're thinking. Emilia, that's not how free throws work. Okay, that's not the point. Point is Teddy Roosevelt was a G. And they hated him for the national parks. Like, they tried to impeach him over the national parks, but they couldn't get the votes. So when you think about it, what better way to get back at a conservationalist like Teddy Roosevelt than by destroying an entire mountain by putting his face in it? Like, maybe Mount Rushmore was just the sickest burn, you know? Like, I see you, U.S. Congress, I see you. And that's it for me tonight, you guys. You've been so great. You've been too good to me, too good to me.